I think I've reached the point of just having too much stuff. Like, there's cases of tins over here. We have Albaz structure decks here. And then just all the way back through here is just infinite product. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, I think even all the way up through here. What are we gonna do about this? Alright, so here's what we're going to do about this, or what we've been working on for a little bit now, is, ta-da, this is what we call the Echo. Alright, so you're probably like, holy crap, Robbie, what in the world is this, and why do you have this? Well, this is what is actually going to be what we like to call the new little warehouse. Yeah, disregard the bed. My aunt is staying with us at the moment, so it'd be like that. Planning on actually hanging giant cards over here. All right, so you guys can actually like, be like, oh my god, an actual like area for like table, yeah. And then of course, everything you just saw in the living room will get the chance to kind of encompass out here. So talk more about this here in a second, but yeah, already got a little bit of product chilling out here temporarily. So what you just saw has been the goal of this channel through live streams for about the last year now. Now, I kind of started a goal with Stream back in 2020, just to kind of be more active in my community and to grow and do things. Well, when 2021 came about, Stream kind of had the idea that, well, Robbie, you should try green screen. You should try to evolve the process and presentation of your content. Well, I was like, yeah, you're right, we could do this. I was like, but I'm going to need like community help and things like this. So we actually ended up contracting out to start expanding out and building that office area. And you're like, well, it doesn't take a year and a half to finish. Well, when your contractor ends up in the hospital with, you know, health complications, thanks Rona, and other things like that, dude, and old age as well, it does take time like that, all right? Plus, you know, winter, rainy seasons, getting permits and stuff through city, having the entire city staff quit on that was actually by far probably one of my favorite chronicles of setting up that office. The entire city staff quit the, the board approval up there, so we couldn't get our pyramid for a little while. We had to wait for somebody from the next town over to come over and like take over temporarily. It was a ride, man. So what is all of that? Well, like I said, it's been our big goal for a little while, and like I said, this is going to tie into why you've seen all the Field Center releases on this channel and all the other things like that, because it takes money to finish up these certain things. Now, there was one payment left on it, which I haven't been able to make for a little while, but carpeting is a little bit more expensive than I initially thought. So I'm doing instead of sitting here being like, hey, you know, can you guys, you know, help out? I'm doing the business side of things for cards. We're converting cards to money. I'm doing that. Instead of just being like, hey, you know, you guys got a couple dollars to help out. No, we're not doing that. We don't play that game around here. I'd much rather create something like a Field Center and then have that help towards finishing the overall project. You know, I get the chance to dabble in art. I get the chance to expand the MCole Games brand, which, by the way, I love you guys. All of the support, everything. And for those of you that might not have, I haven't mentioned this a lot on like the main channel as to why we're doing all of like these Field Centers and everything. It just kind of looks like a merch drop every other week. And I know I've heard a few people go, wow, Robbie, you're producing so much, like I can't keep up. I know, I understand. We're going to attempt to tone it back a little bit here for the month of July heading into August. I assure you of that. But just need to kind of wrap that up. The biggest thing outside of carpeting and taking care of the little bits and pieces of it is need to get a new heater in the house, or new furnace before winter. The furnace we had last year was not strong enough to be able to circulate through there. One thing I was worried about was I was going to have to get a new AC unit, but luckily the AC unit we've had has been able to support and do everything fantastically for that. So next problem is going to be heat, but
Everything that was left for the projects for this, I think ended up being about 35 grand. So if you're like, oh my God, like, Robbie, how much work? A lot, trust me. 35 grand was not an easy accomplishment. And while Field Centers and merch have helped out a lot, just being transparent with you there. So you understand things aren't cheap. You're also living in a world where, more inflation exists. Yeah. Also, why did I choose to build an office and expand out here? Well, family life and things like that kind of keep you homebound. You got to take care of your family, whether or not it be health issues and things like that. And just being as transparent as I can, yeah, you kind of got to take care of your family. It do you like that sometimes. I always read the comments like, hey, you fat piece of crap, move out of your house. Why would I waste the money? I'd rather invest it into something like this that I can get more of a use out of, get more room, more extensions, more things like that. I think that's very important at the end of the day, managing your space a little bit better so you can take care of things as need be. So that's one big thing. And like I said, I want to mess around with the green screen more so than anything. I really just need to have a dedicated space and be able to space out more just so I can do more YouTube things, engage a little bit more with the streaming side of things. Because I honestly, I really do enjoy streaming. I currently do it 1 day a week on Monday nights. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's an engaging time. Get the chance to kind of talk about everything that we want to do in the game and so forth. And I think that's really great. And, the community involvement with this project has been absolutely amazing. I never would have thought, 3-4 years ago, that my community would give enough of a crap, or even like my branding options would be anything. We're not even that big of a channel. We're at like 106,000, actually more than that at this point. Yeah, and we're still in the 110 minus area as of making this video. And you got to ask yourself, well, is your brand that strong? Amazingly, it is. And it's because of the community and the support. And, you guys overall do enjoy the stuff. And my other favorite comment from people was like, I don't like MCO40, but his merch is awesome. It's like, yeah. But you still won't subscribe to the channel to know when the merch goes up. It's quite hilarious, actually, out here from this. So, what is to come from the grand project? Well, organization, you're probably going to get the chance to see some really cool things come up for sale on this channel. So kind of keep an eye on that, because I am a very notorious fiend for picking up stuff, showing it once, and then putting it away, which means all sorts of older Comic Kit releases from like 2 years ago that you might have missed and been like, what? I haven't seen that in forever. It's like $80 on eBay. It's some overpriced hot garbage price. Keep an eye on things like that, all right? Like, that's very important. Like, Facebook is my main outlet for stuff like that, so keep an eye on that. Outside of that, evolving video structure. I do, you gotta remember, I do all my editing, I do all my photoshopping, I do all of this myself. I've had a few editors reach out to me and be like, Robbie, we can assist you, but like, I don't know, man. I have some videos that like go up 5 minutes before the allotted time. All right, like you get a very quick edit job in there, and then you string it together and get your raw thoughts out. I mean, yeah, editing for some bigger projects would be a lot nicer, sure, but I do want to learn like green screen, kind of alleviate out some of like the background stuff, do some more like cheeky overall design. I think would be really, really cool in the long run. So that's like my second goal with all of this is evolution to video editing. I do enjoy doing the card side of things. I really do. But my downside to all of that is the hours and time you got to put into it are horrible. I would rather just have more constant stream community involvement, more time to hang out, with everybody, and just kind of play more Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Having to, handle the card side of things every day is way less time than I can sit back than actually get the chance to play, which means that, you can have all the nice cardboard you want in the world, but it means that your playtime and adaptability goes down. So you kind of got to pick your poison with that. Somebody's going to go, oh my God, Robbie's getting further away from the card side of things. Yes and no. I would rather, I don't know, I never thought I would have this much fun video creating and having a blast with the community more so than anything. And I think that's where, like, my change has started to happen. While the card business side of things is really, really fun, overall, just community involvement is so much more fun. Getting a chance to say hello to people, you know, have a good time, and just overall have fun. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Like, that's what makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! At the end of the day for me. So, many, many good things are coming. You'll probably still see some more merch drops. Keep an eye on Fridays. Friday morning on Market Watch for those, because it's usually the best time to drop those sorts of things for the community, because people are like, yeah, it's the biggest Market Watch of the week. So, guys, please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button as per usual. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day. And for those of you that are like, oh, he didn't say thank you enough, I really do mean it. Thank you, guys. The support you guys get and help out with this channel, big diamond heart from Papa M. Cole 40. Have a good day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.